Is the brand new Training Shuffle pack in Madden 24 worth it? Well, let's talk about it. Now, Solstice family, and welcome back to another Madden 24 video. In this one, we are going to be testing the Training Shuffle pack in this game to see whether or not it makes you profit and whether or not you should open it. Now, the first thing that I just want to briefly explain is how this pack works. As you can see, it's very simple. You open it up, it costs you 395 training, and you're going to receive a training quick sell that's between 100 to 3,000 training. Now, I've got a little bit of data to showcase in this video as to whether or not this is worth it, but I think the first thing I want to do is just really briefly talk about the cheapest way to get training, because if you are looking to roll this pack, you do need some training. Now, in terms of getting training points, right now the best way is going on over to the auction block, filtering it down by the quality 82 to 83, and then the program core elite, and all you're really going to do on here, boys, is you're going to filter it down by different positions. So some of the solid ones right now are like wide receiver, right end, cornerback, center. You can really take a look at any of those, and when you are on this filter, you're looking for an 83 at a price of about like 34K or less. So as you can see, we actually don't find that on the wide receiver filter. It's not necessarily going to be instantaneous when it comes to finding these snipes. It's probably going to take you a little bit of work to go through here and find your players at the proper deals. As you can see, Charvarius Ward at 36, again, a little bit pricey. But luckily enough for you guys, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me land my snipes. We got Cam Jordan at 35, but I've already purchased a couple 83 overall players, 3 of them in fact, and we're going to quick sell them to get some training. So here we go. We'll quick sell these 3 players. We'll pick up about 1,290 training points, and now let's re-roll this pack. Now we'll start by simply opening this pack up a couple times so you guys can see exactly what's going to be inside. Then I want to look at some data which was so graciously collected by Gutfox, our boy, and we'll kind of take a look at his numbers to see if he profited or lost. But before we re-roll pack number 1, boys, as you can see on the screen, these are some of my picks for Thursday night football, fellas. Thursday night football is just a matter of days away at this point, and if you guys want to make some picks as well, check out the place where I make these. It's called Underdog Fantasy. I mean, I'm rocking their t-shirt right now, looking absolutely massive in it. I know, you don't have to comment that, I know. But like I was saying, Underdog Fantasy is a place where you can make higher or lower player picks. Depending on how many you get correct, you're gonna win cash. So if we got those 3 picks correct, we would 6x our money, going from 15 to 90. And boys, over on Underdog Fantasy right now, there is a Patrick Mahomes line set to 0.5 total yards. I'm pretty confident that Pat Mahomes is gonna get at least 1 yard, and if you are too, you can take advantage of that special line by signing up with code SWIFT on Underdog Fantasy, and once you do so, that line will be available too. So if you want to claim that before it's too late, you really don't have much time now at all, click the link in the description to download Underdog Fantasy, or go to the App Store or Google Play Store and search for Underdog Fantasy. And importantly, as you are signing up, put in the promo code SWIFT, boys. To buy Madden 24 coins for the cheapest price on the internet, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link in the description and use promo code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Okay, but getting back into the video, let's get started with re-rolling this pack. It costs you 395 training. I know a lot of people have been pulling 100 training out of this, so let's see how we can do. Card number 1 is 200 training, so we lose 195 training points. I'm gonna go through here and I'll probably roll this pack like 5 to 10 times. Honestly, I might end up losing all my training in this video. Hopefully not, though. The thing is, it goes quickly, right? Like, we just opened it and we lost. We open it again, we lose again. So you can go down pretty quickly when it comes to this pack. Let's do one more, and then we'll look at Gutfox's numbers. Can we get a profitable roll right here? Okay, we make profit, but it's not much, right? Like 400 training isn't much. And if you're alternating between 200 and 400, you're going to be negative overall. You really need one of those big pulls, like 1,000 or 3,000 training, to put yourself in a good spot. Now let's take a quick look at Gutfox's numbers. On the screen right here is a couple of pretty simple metrics. There's really only 2 things you need to look at right here. Gutfox rolled this pack 37 times. Overall, he lost 3,215 training points, and that is an average of 87 training lost per reroll. And honestly, we're already doing worse than that, right? Like, we got our 200 training twice, and we got a 400 training one time. That basically means we lost about 400 training in 3 rerolls. That's worse than Gutfox has done so far. And just kind of looking through the comments of that tweet, kind of looking through the comments on, I think Zerk put out a tweet as well, asking how you guys were doing on this reroll. I would say about 85% of people said it's not worth it. So honestly, just off initial first glance right here, I don't know that this pack is worth it, especially if you don't have a lot of coins. Like, if you got plenty of coins and you're like, you know what, I'm willing to gamble some of my coins, then sure, you can give this a shot. But if you're like me and you're a no money spent player and you probably don't want to like lose 100,000 coins, don't open this pack. But I still did want to make this video to A, try it out, because I'm sure there's people watching this that kind of want to see what a pack opening looks like for the Training Shuffle pack, and B, a lot of people were asking me if they should actually buy training and try this pack out. Honestly, boys, it does not seem like it's worth it. It seems like most of the time you're just getting between like 100 to 400 training points, and if you pull a 100, you pull a 200, you lose a ton. If you pull a 400, you really don't make anything. Like, we get a 500 right here. That makes us a little bit of training, but overall, even if you're just alternating between getting a 200 training point and getting a 500 training point pull, you're still going to be losing overall. So I think really the only way you can do well on this pack is, first of all, don't roll it a ton. Like, if you're trying to roll this pack for like 30 minutes or an hour, you're not going to do well. You basically have to get lucky with this and quit while you're ahead. Like, if right here I end up pulling like a 1000 training, a 2000 training, a 1500 training point token, then I would definitely quit right away, because overall it seems like the odds on this pack are skewed to be negative. So the more you open it, the more likely you are to regress to the mean. And when I say regress to the mean, I mean get like the average pulls, and the average pulls are going to be losing you training. So really the only possible strategy I can even think of for this pack is to go through here and I guess try and get lucky and quit while you're ahead. So if we end up getting lucky in this video, I probably will be quitting while I'm ahead, as we're kind of just right now hovering around 700 training points. I will say we might be doing a little bit better than Gutflux, because I think I've rolled this a nice amount of times in the video and we're kind of hovering around the same training number we were at before. But again, it takes a big pull to really go up, and those 100 training point pulls are just absolute bone crushers, man. They just lose you so much. Even when you're pulling a 400 or pulling a 500, I know it feels good, but you're really not making that much training. It's only 100 training or 5 training if you end up getting a 400, as we get a 200 right here. But again, I'll probably just roll until my training reaches 0, or if I end up getting one big pull, I'll quit while I'm ahead. Let's see if we can maybe get that one big pull right here. We are absolutely not. We're getting the 400 training token, and kind of, as you guys will notice, if you're just looking at my training points in the top corner, they're slowly dwindling. They're slowly dwindling down until now, where we can't open the pack up anymore. We're at 333 training. Insufficient funds, my boy. Gotta love that. So overall, my thoughts are, don't open this pack up. If this pack was good, I'd first of all be seeing a lot of you guys tweeting at me like, oh my god, I got a 3000 training, or oh my god, I got a 2000 training in this. But to be honest, I don't think I saw a single tweet that said something like that in the past couple of days. So that means you guys aren't getting really good pulls. If you are, I would see it on Twitter. Like, I know when a pack is doing well because I typically get a lot of tweets about it. For this pack, wasn't getting a lot. I was really just getting a lot of questions like, should I open this? Is it worth it? So overall, probably not the move to try and invest your coins into this. And I think the other thing about the pack that kind of makes it difficult to make coins is you're just rolling for training. And a lot of the time, people will just keep on rolling. Like, you're getting training every single time. Whereas when you're doing like a reroll and you're pulling cards, if you ended up pulling like one really good player, you'd probably sell them off for coins. But in terms of this pack right here, there's no exit where you can kind of just convert those training points into coins very easily. Like, if you buy training at like a 70 CPT and then you try and roll that training back into coins at a 70 CPT, that's probably not going to happen, because realistically, you're not going to be getting your money's worth when you're converting training back into coins and maybe trying the mystery pack or the Campus Hero pack. So to be honest, those are 2 reasons why you shouldn't open this pack up. I would say steer clear, boys. It's not worth it. But if you want to see what is worth it to do right now in Madden 24 Ultimate Team, I go over 4 things you should be grinding for right now in this game. I know there's a lot going on in Madden. This video simplifies the 4 things you need to have completed right now in Madden 24. It's on the screen if you want to click it. And until next time, boys, I'm out. Peace.